This is how we organize and store remedies inside of our home and for our everyday use. I have these two drawers that are in my kitchen. I keep almost all of my remedy supplies in my kitchen. And I went and purchased these photo storage containers from Hobby Lobby. They were $5.99 for the set of 6. You can find these in any of the craft stores or on Amazon. And they're very convenient. I just wrote the letter of the alphabet on each one and then dropped in my remedies. Some of my ones have a lot. We might have to start a second box for A. Some of my remedies I didn't have very many of, so I had combined multiple letters. Also inside of my remedy drawer, I have a little, one of the boxes I keep little note cards with common remedies and protocols that my family has kind of repeatedly used over and over again. So those are all kind of written and tucked away right there. And then in the front of my drawer, I keep these little note cards that I wrote down. And this has been a huge game changer for our family. Just having a little piece of paper with already having the text on it that I can keep track of who's getting what remedy and when, especially if we have a cold or a flu or an illness going through the house. So those just kind of sit right up in there. And then in the back of the drawer, I have some of my liquid remedies. The second drawer has some of the other random things. We've got our earache medicine, bioplasma, creams. We've got these creams everywhere in the car, upstairs, downstairs, diaper bag. Prit is great. We only use it really at home, so I just have it in this drawer. So some of the random things, I've got cold calm, I've got sinus calm, and some other things upstairs too that I do keep upstairs. But a lot of other random stuff will go in this drawer. So these are the things that I keep in my kitchen ready to go, and having them alphabetized has been amazing. And then once again, I had used the photo storage. In addition to that, I have these little tiny envelopes. These are great for sharing a remedy with a friend. It's also super handy. I have a teenage son that likes to go to the skate park. So I made him a single dose remedy for having a concussion. And I wrote on the outside of the envelope, if you hit your head, take everything in this envelope and call mom. That gives him an emergency dose for what he needs in maybe a situation where I'm not there. This is the bag that I use for inside of my purse. I have a few little note cards for things I want to remember, some protocols that I might forget in an emergency, and then I've just got a few of the remedies that we're gonna need. Do be careful if you're having glass remedies next to each other. I've heard they can break inside of a bag, but this is just what I need to kind of get me home. This is just, we're out and about, and it's tucked in my purse. I don't want to carry a lot, and I just have a few things, and that'll get me back home for what I need. Then the second bag I have is, this is our overnight travel bag. So I've got another set of bottles and remedies, and this is just for an overnight. So for traveling to grandma's, I'm going just for a weekend trip, I keep this with my luggage. It's just always ready to go. If I was going to be traveling for a week, I would look over my remedies carefully. I would probably take my basic kit with me to have a few more things on hand. But for just the overnights, staying close to home. This is water dosing. Water dosing has been recently introduced to me in a new way that has made it really easy to do. Grabbing some of these little mini water bottles, spring water is good, this is 10 fluid ounces, it's really easy to make a water dose. So what you do is you take the dose of pellets, so I'm using a boron, so that's usually 3 to 5 pellets, so you just twist out your pellets, and you would fill your cap, and this water dose has already been made, so I'm not gonna add them in, but you would maybe dump a little bit out when you open a new bottle, and you would take your remedy and you would just plop it into the water. I'm not gonna do it since this one's already been made up. And then you would wait for the pellets to dissolve, and then you wanna succuss your water bottle. So if you were doing a single dose, you would only need whatever doses is on the bottle for the entire water bottle, and then that's going to create multiple doses of the water remedy. I write the remedy on the bottle. This is the sore throat protocol from the Banerjees, so I just wrote sore throat, and I put the date on the water bottle. That way I can remember when I made this. If I have a child who's going to be needing a lot of remedies, I will write their name on the bottle also and just designate this bottle to them. If I only need to give a few remedies to that child and I need to give some remedies to another child, I will just make one bottle of the remedy mix. And then what you can do is you can pour it out into a little medicine cup. You can use a syringe, just plop it in and pull it up and, pull the syringe up. That works really well for babies or little ones. They'll kind of suck it out of the syringe. If I have an older child who's going to be maybe taking a lot, I might give them their water dose in a little glass jar and be like, here, set your timer and just take a sip every 15 minutes. Typically it's said 1 teaspoon of a water dose is going to be a remedy. For babies, it might be easier to do a ½ teaspoon. They don't need that much. They just need to get a little bit in there to give them the dosage. And sometimes I will also use a small canning jar if I'm doing something different. If I am giving a child just a single remedy, let's say they fell and got hurt and I'm only going to give them a remedy once or twice, I will just give them the pellet to make life easier. But when we have the flu, a cold going through the home, making a water dose has been a life changer. And then again, writing down the dosing on a little piece of paper, the times and dates that I gave it to which child has been a huge game changer. It's made everything so much easier. And then when I'm done, I can just toss the bottle, I can toss the paper. The bottles will be good on the counter for 1 to 2 days, and then they can last a lot longer in the fridge. So that's why you want to date them so you know when they were made. And that is how to make a water remedy. And then that will help you stretch your remedies and save money.